In less than a minute, a joy flight turned deadly. 4 lives lost and several others injured.
Just heard this loud bang and just pieces, shrapnel flying everywhere.
And everybody's asking themselves, how could something like that happen?
Everyone knows somebody that works at a mine, and it highlights, even though there's a high level of safety at all these mines, it's still a really high-risk industry.
The men were crewing the MRH-90 chopper when it ditched into the ocean in the Whitsundays.
It is clear there was a catastrophic impact.
Sharing the grief of a small community.
It was bloody terrible, eh? It was terrible.
Mike Ahern will be remembered as a man who steered Queensland through a time of crisis.
We'll be implementing the Fitzgerald recommendations lock, stock and barrel.
Bill's re-establishment of federal Labor as a real and genuine force is without doubt the crowning achievement of his long public life.
Lives have been lost as the state's ramping crisis deepens.
The system is not working. Something needs to change.
Queensland's no vote was the highest in the country.
People are feeling rejected. People feel that nobody cares.
We want change. When do we want it?
The government's so-called tough new laws are anything but. They are not working.
The controversy over the new youth detention laws has given rise to leadership speculation.
Anastasia will lead the government to the next election.
Will you be staying on as the leader, Premier?
Absolutely. Save our school! Stand up, fight back!
$2.7 billion on a single stadium in the middle of a housing crisis is an absurd waste of money.
Good morning. After almost 9 years as Premier, a bombshell announcement.
It's been a great honour. Queensland is in good shape, which is why now it's time for me to leave.
It was all smiles for the Premier and his revamped team.
Stephen Miles, Queensland Premier. It is the first time I've said that.
Staking claim on the NRLW origin after winning the first series.
It's Queensland for another 12 months.
And this is not anyone's team, but over 5 million Queenslanders.
Brisbane's premiership-winning AFLW side.
The Queens of the Jungle.
Unlocked.
One, two, three, Stars!
I'm the captain of the team. It makes me feel proud.
The annual NAIDOC Ball, hosted in Aurukun, brings youth and elders together.
They're our next generation. They're the ones that can move mountains, I feel.
It's always been Gari to a lot of people, but now we know that it's Gari to all people.
Festivals like these can shine a spotlight on what the disability community can offer.
The Melon Festival is very famous, so I've been waiting for 2 years to come here.
I love getting out into the country, into the bush and working with your dog, and it's just a lovely weekend away from the mundane.
It was very soft colours as we started to drive up, and then the colours were very intense, and to have the bush is quite special, it's quite different.
Locals say it's the worst flood in memory. Burketown is surrounded by 3 rivers, now engulfing the community.
We've never seen this before since the 1970s.
An October inferno.
I'm worried about the place today because of the wind direction. It's going to change and it's going to get worse.
Holy
It's a dangerous fire and people need to take heed of all the warnings.
It's all the little things that you've collected over the years that I think it's the hardest.
Jasper has arrived.
Overnight, the cyclone did cross the coast. That does not mean that this incident is over.
From Cooktown to Cairns to Cardwell, the rain has been relentless.
One of the locals used the term Armageddon.
The devastation hard to fathom just before Christmas.
It's just heartbreaking.
Queensland has been hit by deadly storms with 7 people killed, including a child.
Climate change is having an impact in terms of more frequent disasters, more extreme disasters.
Helping people and being able to receive help back is so good.
These are the stories of which every Australian can be proud of, the very essence of the Australian character.